to approach. Girl, you drive me crazy. You make my heart go cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. My head to my knees and toes. Kiki, 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 kiki. I can't believe I could watch you walk down the aisle, and I go smile. I'm supposed to go say kiss you right. Today's my wedding day. Today's my wedding day. Today's my wedding day.
Today's my wedding day. Today's my wedding day. Today's my wedding day.
Yo, a pastor, this girl a chuck me like a spark. If I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna have a heart attack. She looks so fine. The first time I saw her, she said she don't have time. Will she be mine? Will she cross my line? Today, I don't believe she gonna be my wife for the rest of my life. Baby, believe when I say
Yes, I do.
baby, believe when I say
I love you, boo.
today's my wedding day. Today's my wedding day. Today's my
So my name is Nancy Monge Kemto. It was a friend's party, I can say, and we met. We just knew each other from the introduction, and from there we just exchanged numbers, and he went back to his place of work and I did the same, and he just went mute. And I thought, okay, because I had very bad relationships from the previous one, so I said, I'm just not in this relationships thing, and I said, okay, he was just like those the ones I had before. But after a while, he came through.
My name is Joel Mangoa Ontieri. We were at a function, a friend's function, somewhere in Nairobi. And after the ordinary procedures of a party, a cocktail and few drinks, then you get to start knowing one another. Well, that's how I spotted the so-called wife-to-be.
I've known Joel for the last 5 years.
This one was kind of unique because I remember we are talking about the first quarter of 2014. So you can see till date, it's been growing strong.
When I introduced Joel to my family, they all accepted him. Because I'd stayed for long without these boyfriends, relationships, because I was heartbroken and I said, I'm done. So when I introduced Joel, they were so happy because all along they knew I was just, maybe they thought I would end up being a nun. Then that day I surprised them. So they welcomed him. Yeah, it was a very nice feeling. Yeah.
Well, there are a few advantages of being raised in a Christian family. Everything, I think, is based on God's will, yeah? So when you mention something, you can't just pick her up and say we are going home. Although I almost did that because I hadn't actually mentioned much of her to my people. So there's this day we just went, we just decided we'd go because she wanted to remain behind as I wanted to go home. So, but I told her, yeah, let's just go. I won't be staying long. We'll be coming back because I have to go to work after a few days. And there we were. We went home and we got home early enough. So we didn't sneak in. So the way she was received by the people back home just said everything out. And she has this character that once you meet her, there's that first impression she creates.
I was just welcomed, and you know the Kisii tradition, like sister-in-law alikupikia mandazi na chai, you know. So yes, walinikaribisha pia, I can say. I'm so lucky by there because I have so friendly in-laws, and they're so inviting. I'm lucky. They're just one in a million. I cannot trade them.
About how I proposed, there's this particular date, I can't really remember, my bad. I had come from work, now I come from vacation, the very same day I guess, yes. So we were supposed to meet since we don't live together. So we were to meet. You know that it's been a long time, we've never met, so again, this is another second time we have to meet. So this somewhere around Capital Center, Mombasa Road, that should be Java, yes. It was over coffee. I didn't have it in mind really, but I said, okay, I know this person and let me pose this question, even though I don't have the rings with me. Let me try and see, testing the waters, like they say. So I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready. Are you ready for this? Because I want to see if we can push it to another level. She seemed kind of surprised, not really, but she was surprised. Ladies are always surprised. That was a big question for her, in as much as I presented it casually. And she paused for a while and she was like, all right, no problem. Let's see how it goes.
Wow.
And since we were both sure of what we wanted, I said yes. There was no reason of saying no. He didn't go down on his knee. He's just polite, and some things you just have to compromise and accept people the way they are. You don't have to do things similar to what other people have done. So, and to me, and again, you don't have to show people how much you have. It depends with the agreement between the two of you. And again, he's not a person that likes publicity. So this is why. And it didn't come as a surprise, but I didn't expect it as well. But since he was already there, I could not turn it down. And I was already sure that I wanted to be with him, so why not?
Being a lady that she is, and having had relationships before, I had to pull this particular prank that many of them failed. But she stood up.
Yeah, I was just excited as well because, you know, having been in these long distance relationships, it's so difficult. And again, the challenges. Of course, where he's working, there are ladies, beautiful ladies in this case, and where I'm working, there are also handsome guys, and they are like, are you married? And I'm like, no, I'm engaging someone, and they're like, no, long distance, they don't work. So I just wanted to prove other people that long distance do work, as long as you have trust and you praying and you focused.
This is why we've come. I couldn't ask for anything else. I think I'm as good as set.
I am. So far, so good. the way it came out, I'm just happy. I'm looking forward to 3rd of August.
So far, so good. She responds to any problem we get. We talk about it and we find a solution. And I've never seen any problem coming our way.
Definitely me.
I must confess, that's always a lady's thing. Any man, you know, as much as you want a wedding, we don't prompt that conversation. Yeah, and even if you have to, if you're forced to do it, you won't do it like it should be done.
Both of us. But mostly it has to come from the lady, of course. Who doesn't like weddings? For ladies. I was the one, and he agreed.
And she comes from a family where I know 2 of her sisters are wedded already, and this was automatic. So in as much as I had it at the back of my mind, I knew that maybe this might be the way to go, but I had to wait until it came from her. So I was like, okay, finally, it's here. But I was kind of prepared way back.
Yeye pia alikubali what he wanted, so kama angekata, it means he didn't value me. Yeah. But again, we weighed options. It's not like I forced him. He agreed on his own will. Yeah.
Didn't quite come automatically because we had set anywhere between May and somewhere September there. But things would have their own way. This date seemed to be the one that could have almost everyone would have wanted around in place. Yes, so we had to consider various factors. Being the beginning of a holiday, and we wouldn't risk because this is a time when people have too many weddings, maybe too many functions, and you'll be inviting someone and they'll be like, you're too late, I have already had another function. So we said it just came automatically, like somehow automatically, but not quite automatically. Yeah, it just fell within the bracket of what we had in place. Yes.
3rd of August was not our initial wedding date. We had settled for, I think, 18th May, and then we had issues because my brother had a wedding the following month. So I said, okay, since I'm not in Kenya, I will just allow my brother to carry on with the wedding, and then later we will pick on a date. So because Joel has siblings in US, so we had to agree so that they could all be here. So again, they said August will be okay, and again we said why not? We can just settle on August 3rd so that all our family members can be here. So we had settled for 18th May, we postponed. Then it was August 10th, we went to the church. It was already booked for that date, and we had only 3rd of August. And good enough, it went so well with the Jewish family that lives in the US. So here we are now.
I'm not very good with colors, but I can tell we have an element of green. We have an element of, is it dark or navy blue? Several whites and browns.
Matron green or tilt green, it has so many names. So some will call it turquoise green, all that, yeah. With a blend of peach. Has very nice personality. He's so calm, collected, and it's better the devil you know than the angel you don't know. So what makes you think the other side is much greener than what you see? So it's all about agreeing together on what you want to do, and coming to common ground where you can agree on things, I can say. So if asked, today, tomorrow, next week, next month, I will pick him without thinking twice.
We can't go a night without, that's the last thing I do. Yes, even if it's either texting, on call. But being the distance we have between us, it's almost always. I do love her very much, and I pray that this thing continues. If it won't grow, let it at least stay where it is. Yeah, but I pray that it goes higher. Yes.
Like I've always told him, and I always tell him every day that I love him. I just want to tell him that I look forward to us being together now in marriage, and I will do my best to make him a happy man. I will help him to grow and to realize the talents that he has hidden through me. Yeah.
Nancy, I can't say too much than I have already done. The best I can say to you is that know that I love you very much. Like I always say, nothing has changed, nothing is bound to change, and I pray that it never changes henceforth. Let's do this together like we started. We are doing it, and let's keep doing it, and let's even go a notch higher and higher. Even as we grow all together is the almost only thing I would wish for, apart from being too close to God, of course. So welcome once again to my life, and let's do this together.
Hi Joel, it's me again. Thank you so much for believing in me and for believing in us. Thank you for the good years that we've had together, and I believe this will not be the end of it. I believe that with God's grace, guidance, and our prayers, we will make it through this marriage thing. I believe marriage do work, so let's make ours work. And I love you so much, and I'm praying for so many kids.
I can only, besides from appreciating the lady of the day, I have to appreciate my family and friends for everything, and I still look forward to seeing them come through for the big day, because I really need them around, because without them this is a no-show. Yeah, thank you. That's all.